Would you like to improve your reading comp performance? Yes? Excellent. You're in the right place. I'm Julia, and I'm here today to dispel some common myths and share the alternate winning approaches that helped me get a perfect 90 on my GMAT focused verbal section. Stick around for myth 3 because my approach to that is the one that probably helped me the most. First, if you think that your reading ability is fixed, I have some great news for you. It's not fixed at all. You can improve your reading comp the same way you improve your quant, your driving skills, or your ice skating with quality strategies, knowledge, and proper practice. A second prevalent myth is that test takers will not have enough time to complete the verbal section and should therefore skip through entire reading comp passages to give themselves time to devote to other questions. Please do not do this. It is not a good strategy. If you're still running out of time in the verbal section, then you're probably just not ready for the exam. And the solution isn't to rush yourself, it's to continue to study. Schools want to see balanced GMAT score profiles, and the GMAT Focus verbal section has 13 fewer questions than the old GMAT Classic verbal section. The sacrifice of an RC passage that'll have 3 or 4 questions out of a total of 23 in the section isn't going to do you any favors. Follow a thorough study plan, like the self-paced TTP one that I used, and you'll be able to learn the material so well that you can do what's needed in the time the exam allots. As I said earlier, the third myth is one of my favorites because it's about an area that I had to do a lot of personal development in. If you do well on RC passages that are about things that you're already invested in, but you do terribly on RC passages that are about topics that you don't care about, you are not alone. I was the same way. It's much easier to read and follow things that you've already developed an interest in. Here's my secret though. You can develop an interest in anything for a few paragraphs. It takes practice, but it is a game changer. Instead of thinking, I don't care about astronomy, or I've always found descriptions of archaeological excavations to be dull, try thinking the version of me that loves astronomy would be fascinated by this passage, or the Indiana Jones version of me that's delighted by tales of excavations would be so pleased to have a passage like this come up on their exam because they love to read about archaeology. Our fourth and final myth is that reading comp passages are too dense to read and understand in the time allowed, and the only way to best them is to rely on hacks or gimmicky approaches. For instance, reading only the first and last paragraph of the passage, reading only the first and last sentence of each paragraph, skimming or speed reading, only reading keywords or proper nouns, or picking answer choices simply because they match the word's tone or visual style of the passage. My main problem with these gimmicks is that they aren't even going to save you very much time. But what they will do is dramatically diminish your comprehension of the passages. The key to reading comp is, and I'm about to blow your mind here, comprehension of what you're reading. If you can read and comprehend these passages, the questions will be so much less intimidating to you. Now that you're aware of these 4 myths and you know how to combat them, you'll be able to prepare for RC questions in the right way. I do have a piece of bonus advice. While there are only a finite amount of official RC passages to practice, there's functionally infinite high-quality articles for you to hone your reading comp skills and approaches on. I recommend picking a couple of publications such as Scientific American or The Economist, The New Yorker, whatever you like, and finding 15 to 30 minutes a day to read these articles and practice analyzing the passages as if they were reading comp passages, practice understanding the material presented, practice cultivating an interest in a wide variety of topics and writing styles, and your reading comp will improve dramatically. Best of luck, and I will see you next time.